Hey, Mrs. Spatola here, looking at our answers from our last order of operations homework assignment. Number 7, the answer was 128. Number 8, the answer was 10. Number 9, the answer 55. Number 10, answer 75. Pause the video if you need to check and see where you may have made your mistakes. And if you have questions, please enter them in the Google Classroom under class comment. Let's continue on. Number 11, 12, and 13. Number 11, the final answer was 334. Number 12, the final answer was 57. And last but not least, when we look at Hannah, Ryan, and Joshua, we find that Joshua was correct because both Ryan and Hannah were wrong because the correct answer was 101. Today we're going to just do some more practice. We have the rules here for the order of operations on the top. This is a sheet, boys and girls, that you will have to either print out. If you don't have a printer, not a problem. Just get yourself a piece of loose leaf paper, or if you have an extra notebook and you want to write it in the notebook on the lines, that's perfectly fine. You do not have to print it out if you do not have a printer. Now remember, the order of operations. When using the order of operations to evaluate numerical expressions, we do number 1, all the operations with grouping symbols first. So we can say parentheses. Sometimes there's brackets too. We won't see too many brackets, so not to worry about that. But that also, the brackets would come first, then the parentheses, and then we continue to follow the other steps. So the first one is parentheses. Then we evaluate all powers, which would be our exponents. So parentheses, exponents, and then multiply and divide in order from left to right. So it's multiplication or division. Can it be division before multiplication? Absolutely. And then lastly, addition and subtraction in order from left to right. Addition and subtraction. I like to put this little list here together for myself and look and go through each step before I solve the problem. Remember, when you're solving something with order of operations, guess what? You're not doing everything in the exact order that it appears. You're searching for parentheses first, so you might be doing things out of order. That's perfectly fine. You've never seen math like this before because you've usually not had all 4 operations. Now you're going to have many operations and you have to look and follow the order. Why is it important to follow the order? Because you want to get the problem right. Let's look at today's problems. Number 1, we're going to solve in parentheses first. 1 plus 7 times 3. The parentheses come first, so we're going to solve 1 plus 7, which is 8, times 3. Final answer is 24. Some of these should be a little easier than others. And what I'm going to ask you to do is we will go through each problem. I'm going to ask you to stop the video, try it on your own first, pause the video, and then check your answer. We'll do it for each one. If you're just copying the work, you're not going to learn. So please make sure you pause the video for each one and look at the steps. Number 2, the answer was 0. The multiplication comes before the subtraction. As you can see in number 3, the answer was 17. The multiplication comes before the addition. Pause the video, try number 4. For number 4, you see that the division in the parentheses comes first, so you solve that. And the subtraction comes before addition in this particular problem. Why is that? Because the order of operation says addition or subtraction from left to right, whichever one comes first. So the correct answer for number 4 is 3. For number 5, take a look at number 5. Number 5 is a little unique. Number 5, for this one here, notice that we have this in parentheses here. When you see parentheses next to a number, that means to multiply. Okay, so that means to multiply. So in that case, what I would do is write it out like this. 35 divided by 7 times 2. Now, which operation would come first? We have division and multiplication, but the rule is from left to right. So which operation comes first in this case? It would definitely be the division. So you would divide. So your final work should look like this. 35 divided by 7 is 5 times 2. Final answer is 10. All right, let's move on. Number 6, pause the video, try it on your own. And the answer to number 6 is 3,000. Now look, for this one here, 10 to the third power, we see that 10 to the third power is 1,000, so 3 times 1,000 is 3,000. All righty, moving on to number 7. Now they're getting a little bit longer, so you have a couple of operations here. Do one thing at a time, pause the video, try it on your own, and go. And for number 7, you can see your final answer was 18. We have division, which comes first, and then we have another division, and finally addition. Try number 8 on your own and pause the video. And for number 8, you can see the answer was 5. Keep in mind that the division comes before multiplication because the division comes first in this problem before the multiplication. Remember, it's multiplication or division, whichever one comes first, left to right, and addition or subtraction. So does that mean subtraction can come first? Absolutely. Okay, let's go on to number 9. Number 9, pause the video and try it on your own. For number 9, the final answer was 9. You had a couple of different operations there. You had to do your exponent first, then you did your multiplication, then your subtraction before addition. Why did we do subtraction before addition? Because it came first in the problem. Let's go down to number 10. Pause the video. For number 10, final answer was 24. For this one here, we do the exponent first, so that was 4. Then in this problem, we have multiplication and division. But in this case first, the multiplication comes before the division, so we do the multiplication first. And remember, we should also be rewriting everything once we solve one particular operation. Next would be your division. We add, final answer is 24. Let's take a look at number 11. Pause the video, try it on your own. For number 11, you see your final answer is 17. We have the parentheses first. Now keep in mind, you have an exponent on the outside. So when you have something with parentheses on the inside, solve that first. Solve what's on the inside first, then bring along your exponent. Then we solve for that. You can see it's 1. We multiply 3 times 6, and you get your final answer. 18 minus 1 is 17. One more left. You're almost there. Try number 12. Pause the video. The final answer for number 12 was 350. If you recall, we did learn that when we multiply by a power of 10, for example, in this case, we were multiplying by 100, all we had to do was move the decimal place over 2 places. So your final answer was 350. I hope you had some success with today's lesson. And now for your homework, you're going to do the next page and you're going to do the odd problems only. Here are the problems that you're going to be solving today. You're only going to be solving the circled problems, the odd number problems. Remember, if you do not have a printer to print out the attachment, here are the problems, and then I'll scoot it down to the rest of the page. You're going to be completing all of the odd problems only. Remember, follow the order of operations. Good luck, and have a great day.